Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Andrea and my channel is A.C.Darby Yoga. Thank you for joining me today. Today we will be going through a shorter yoga flow. The last recording I posted was about an hour long. This one should be a little bit shorter. This will be a good video for kind of like a get up and go sort of yoga class, like a really wake up and just kind of stretch out the whole body, get yourself moving, get your blood pumping. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm also going to take you through a guided meditation in the beginning, kind of a grounding meditation to start. And then at the end, I'm going to go through a guided meditation to help you kind of be here and now. So that's the plan. All right, let's get started. We're going to head back to our mats with your feet just about hips distance, maybe a little bit further. And first, just allow yourself a moment just to get grounded. Notice how your feet feel on the floor, maybe taking the feet front and back a little bit. And start to just notice how the feeling of your mat is under your feet. Maybe closing your eyes if you feel comfortable, or maybe keeping them open. Just take a moment to stand here and start to feel your breath. Kind of synchronizing the belly coming in the inhale and sinking on the exhale. So just take a moment just to feel how that feels. Like I said, maybe a little bit of movement in the feet. And just taking some full breaths, whatever that looks like for you. And from here, if your eyes aren't already opened, you want to open the eyes up. We're going to start going from side to side. Just allow the knees to be loose and allow the arms to be loose as you go from side to side. Once again, if you want to, you can have your eyes closed here. Usually I just keep them open. And kind of moving at the pace that you feel is good for waking up your spine today. Don't forget to keep that looseness in the joints. And breathing as you move. And just continuing to wake up the spine. We're going to slowly come back to center with control. Just kind of going back and forth very slowly until you make it to stillness. From here, we're going to get our big toes to touch. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up, have the palms to touch, gaze towards the thumbs. Big inhale. Exhale, diving down. And just having a little bit of looseness in your knees, maybe rocking a little bit from side to side. And then going to a flat back, which is just rolling the spine back, straightening it out, straight neck, kind of gazing forwards and down. And then coming back to those loose knees here. And then slowly coming into a seated position. With that seated position, you can go into cross-leg, which is like this, half lotus, which is one knee on top, or full lotus, which is both legs on top like this. So you have to listen to your body and check in to see what you feel is best for you today. You take a moment just to get yourself grounded. Placing your hands on your knees, roll your shoulders up, back, and down, and close your eyes. Taking another full breath, feeling the belly rise. And sinking slow and steadily, feeling the energy kind of rolling off of your shoulders. Slow and steady inhale. And slow and steady exhale. Doing about 2 more just like this, moving at your own pace. And once again, just tuning into your environment, noticing how your mat feels beneath you, noticing how your surroundings feel. And we're just going to take a moment with our eyes closed to just set an intention for ourselves, what this practice is for you today. Maybe that's just a couple kind words to yourself, or maybe you're working towards a goal. Just plant that seed in your heart and take a moment to breathe that in. Placing your hands at prayer at heart center. You can flutter your eyes open if they're not already open. We're going to inhale, reach the hands up, gazing towards the thumbs, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, drop the right hand on the left knee. Take that left hand behind you, roll the shoulder back, straighten the spine, and gaze over the left shoulder. Be really gentle to start. We don't need to hammer into it. We're going to be kind to ourselves. Just do that beginning twist. And then slowly with control, coming back to center. And we're going to walk our hands forwards. So we're going to walk the hands forward, spread the fingers, kind of find that length in your spine, and then leaning down over. Maybe your elbows will come down onto the ground and maybe they won't, and that's perfectly fine. Wherever you are, listen to your body. Start to find your limits as we go. Taking a full breath here. Really lengthening. And then slow and steady, we're going to walk the hands back. Taking the hands back to prayer at heart center. And take a moment. Inhale, take the hands up towards the sky, gazing towards the thumbs, roll the shoulders back, open the chest. Exhale, drop the hands to the opposite side. Roll the right shoulder back and gaze back, straightening that spine before you turn. Slow and steady breaths here. Once again, finding that edge. Maybe on the exhales, move a little bit deeper, but just listen to your body. We're going to slow and steadily move our hands forwards. We're going to take the right hand on the left ear, and you can either drop the hand beside you. If you feel you need a little bit more, you can start to walk the hands over to the left side. Or you can also have the palm facing back and placing it on the back of your spine. Whatever you're doing, just allow gravity to pull your head towards the right side. You don't want to yank on your neck or anything like that. Just naturally allow the gravity to pull it down. Taking one more full breath here. And then slowly coming up to center here. We're going to interlace our fingers in front of us, placing it on the back of our head. Inhale, reach the elbows out, gazing up, opening up. Big inhale, then exhale, dropping those elbows forwards. Let the spine be relatively straight here. Inhale, reaching the elbows back out, gazing up. And then dropping the hands down on the exhale. We're going to take the left hand onto the right ear. And once again, finding your hand placement, whatever you feel suits you today. Just remember, be really gentle with your neck. Just allow gravity to pull the head down to the left side. Taking a few slow and steady breaths here. Once again, feeling the belly rise and fall on the exhales and inhales. And then slowly coming up with control. We're going to place the right hand over to the right, taking that left hand over top, really leaning into it. Roll the shoulder back so you're feeling opening in the side. And then exhale, we're going to take the hand over to the opposite side, dropping that hand down, right hand over top. Roll the shoulder back so you're feeling that openness on the right side. And just really breathing into it. Breathe into that space. We're going to slowly bring that hand back down. And we're going to take our legs and just sit back on your heels. So we're going to start sitting back on the heels here. And I'm going to turn to the side so you guys can see what we're doing here. So what we're going to do first, take the hands up towards the sky. Placing the palms together, gaze towards the hands. Slowly lowering the hands down to prayer at heart center. Taking one breath here. And then we're going to lower down our fingertips, dropping our hips down to the right side so our feet should be on the left. Drop the left hand down, take the right hand over top. Once again, roll the shoulder back and gaze up towards the right arm. And then slow and steadily, we're going to slowly move ourselves back up onto the legs and slowly move over to the opposite side. So the feet should be to the right, hips should be to the left. Place the right hand on the floor, left hand over top, roll that shoulder open and gazing up. Taking a full breath here, feeling that stretch. We're going to slowly drop our hand down, coming back to center, placing ourselves so we're sitting back on our heels, and we're going to walk our hands forward, going into an extended child's pose. Walking the hands forwards, gazing forward, stretching out, spreading the fingers, and drop the head down. Taking a full breath here, feeling the back of the lungs expanding. Feeling that openness and letting go of any extra tension that might be building in your body. We're going to come up onto our fingertips Walk the hands over to the left side and drop the palms down when you find your edge. And from here, if you want to, you can place the right hand on top of the left hand, or you can keep them separated. Listen to what your body needs today. And take a full deep breath. And then walking the hands back to center, dropping down, dropping the head down. And once again, sitting back on the heels, feeling that expansion in your back as you breathe. And then we're going to walk the hands over to the right side. Once again, find your edge, drop the palms down, drop the head down. And you get to decide here if you want to keep the hands parted or if you're going to place the left hand on top of the right. Once again, stretching out, feeling that openness. And then slowly coming back to center for one last breath. From here, we're going to slowly walk our hands back and placing our hands behind us. You want to push up and start to open up the front body. With the fingertips pointing forwards. And then slowly dropping yourself down from here. From here, we're going to place our hands kind of beside us here. You can start on your fingertips. We're going to try to lift the knees up, stretching the tops of our feet. And then slow and steadily just lowering that down. Walking the hands forwards with the palms underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. Take a moment just to feel here. Notice your mat. Notice the tops of your feet on your mat. And just take a moment here just to recognize how your environment feels. Once again, letting go of any extra tension that might be building in your body. All right, we're going to go through some cat-cows. So roll the belly, drop the belly down. Inhale, gazing forwards. Feel the belly rise. Exhale, pushing the spine up towards the sky. And rolling back through. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe take a moment just to look back at either ankle, adding your own little movement here, feeling your space. And we're going to walk our hands forwards, tucking our toes under. And first take a moment just to hover here off of your mat. And then slowly pushing your feet down towards the mat, going into our first downward facing dog. So anytime that we go into downward facing dog, we're pulling in our belly button. Eventually, we're going to push the heels down, let the head hang heavy, spread the fingers, and push the ground away. You want to have a little bit of bend in the elbows. You don't want them locked. And when you're ready, when you're done pedaling the feet out, pushing the heels down. And once again, connecting with your breath here. Letting go of any extra tension. Just noticing how your hands and feet feel on your mat. Taking a full breath here. From here, we're going to take the right leg. We're going to take the right foot up towards the sky, bend at that right knee. And imagine that you're trying to touch that right foot to the left shoulder, balancing between the hands. We're going to kick that right leg up. Inhale, exhale, stepping that foot in between the hands. Take a moment to check to make sure your ankle is underneath your knee here. We're going to turn the back foot out to the side. We're going to inhale, come up into warrior two. The hands far away from one another. Once again, check to make sure your knee is right about over the ankle. Taking full deep breaths. Noticing how your feet feel as they push away from each other. We take one more breath, and we're going to flip the front palm, drop the back hand down the back leg, take that right hand over top, keep the bend in the front knee. Inhale, exhale, come to center. Taking a full breath here. We're going to straighten the front leg, drop that right hand inside of the right leg, left hand up towards the sky, and gazing up towards the left palm. If you feel you can keep balance here. Roll that shoulder back. Taking a full breath here. And then slowly coming back up to that warrior two. From here, we're going to straighten the leg, turning the toes forwards, take the hands up towards the sky, gaze towards the palms. Going into star pose here. Taking the hands, placing them on the hips. Taking a full breath here. And then exhale, we're gonna lower down with control. Placing the hands down on your mat. Maybe walking the feet out just a little bit. Have the toes facing in for balance. And we're gonna walk our hands back to where our palms are underneath our elbows. Let the head hang heavy. Taking a moment to breathe here. Taking these full breaths, allowing the head to be heavy. And then from here, we're going to reach our hands out towards our ankles. And today, if this is too hard, just keep the hands underneath the shoulders. Listen to your body, wherever you're at. Bending at the elbows, we're trying to pull down a bit. Slow and steady breath. And then walking the hands back to center here. We're going to slowly interlace our hands behind our back. Try to push the palms together. And once again, try to drop the head down towards your mat, pushing the knuckles up towards the ceiling. Trying to open and lengthen, trying to drop the head closer to the mat. And then slowly with control, drop the hands, placing them on our hips. Inhale as you rise up. And take a moment to breathe here. Then another inhale, reaching up. And placing the hands on the hips for one breath here. We're going to try to heel toe our feet in. So heel toeing our feet look like this. Coming in, dropping the knee. The knee should be right about under the ankles, or over the ankles here. Placing the hands to prayer at heart center, or else you can rest them on your legs too. Listen to what your body needs. Finding a focal point, roll the shoulders back. You want a long, beautiful neck here. And just focusing in on your breath. And from here, we're going to drop the hands down, heel toe our feet in a little bit closer. We're going to drop into a yogi squat. So with this, you want ultimately you want your feet to be flat on the floor. But if you're still at a point you need to be on just your toes, that's okay too. Listen to your body. Placing the hands at prayer at heart center, we're going to push the elbows back, pushing the knees back. And once again, elongate the spine here and find a focal point. Slow and steady breath. We're going to take the right hand to the right and take the left hand up towards the sky, gazing up towards the left hand. Staying here for one breath. Then if you're able to, reaching back and trying to bind the hands. If your hands don't quite bind yet, just kind of get as far as you can. Or stay in the last pose, gazing over the left shoulder. And then slowly coming back to center, putting the hands together, pushing those knees back, elongating the spine. Taking a full deep breath. Gonna take that left hand, or left arm against the left leg, right hand up, gaze towards the right hand. And once again, trying to bind the hands, but listen to your body and where you're at this time. Taking a full breath here. And then taking the arms back, pushing both arms against the legs, gazing forwards. And we're going to make a triangle with our hands as we push our hips up towards the sky, taking our feet in slowly and coming into that forward fold. So with the forward fold, you want that bend in your knees. Taking a slow and steady breath. We're going to roll the shoulders back, going into a flat back. Your fingertips can be on the floor, on your shins, or on your upper legs, wherever your body feels it needs this today. Coming back into that forward fold. We're going to walk our hands forward, step our feet back, coming into a downward facing dog. Pushing those heels down, pull the belly button in, let the head hang heavy and push the hands away. Taking a full deep breath here. We're going to take that left leg up towards the ceiling, bending at the knee, feeling like you're going to take that left foot and tap the right shoulder with that left foot. Once again, keeping balance between the hands, not putting too much pressure in one over the other. We're going to reach that leg up. Inhale. Exhale, stepping through. And take a moment just to get yourself grounded. Take the back foot out to the side. Make sure your ankle is underneath the knee. Taking a full breath here. Inhale. Going to warrior two on the other side. Once again, check your posture. Feeling your hands going away from each other. Just feeling the strength in your feet as they pull away from one another. Taking a full inhale. Exhale, we're going to flip the palm and take the hand over top, keeping that bend in the front knee. Inhale. Exhale, coming back up. Inhale, straighten the knee. Drop that left hand inside of the left leg. Right hand up. Really feeling that length in your spine. Noticing your feet. Taking a moment to breathe here. And then slowly coming back up, facing forwards here. We're going to drop back into that knee, taking the hands up towards the sky, gazing up. We're going to place the hands down, stepping back into that downward facing dog, pushing the heels back, letting the head hang heavy. Taking a full breath. And from here, you can step or hop forwards into a seated position. Placing your feet in front of you. Just extended in front. Placing the hands beside us. We're going to roll our shoulders back. Pull the toes back. Feeling strength throughout your entire body. Gazing kind of forwards and down. And with keeping the spine straight, we're going to walk our hands forwards. Just as far as you can with the spine without tilting or leaning forwards. Taking a full breath here. And then the next exhale, walking yourself forwards to your variation of a forward fold. And that might just be right here today, and that's absolutely fine. Or maybe able to grab around your feet, listen to your body, and have integrity in your pose, feeling the length in your spine. Taking a couple full breaths here. From here, we're going to slowly walk our hands back. You want your fingertips pointing towards your feet. We're going to roll the shoulders back and push the hips up towards the sky. If you feel able, drop the head down. Otherwise, stare up, supporting your neck. Trying not to dip the hips. And then slow and steadily lowering down. Keeping those feet straight, we're going to take the right foot inside of the left leg. Right foot in front of the left leg. We're going to take the hands up towards the sky. Inhale, turn towards the right knee. Exhale, drop the left hand inside of the left leg, right hand up. Maybe this is enough for you today, and if so, just stay here breathing. Otherwise, you can start to take those right fingertips towards the left toes. Make sure you're not caving down. Roll that shoulder back and open up if you're taking this variation. And then slow and steadily coming up out of that pose. We're going to take the hands up towards the sky, facing the chest forwards. Inhale. Exhale, dropping down. Keeping the face in the inside of that left knee. Slow and steady breath. Feeling yourself lengthen and fold. We're going to slowly walk ourselves out of that pose. We're going to drop the hand behind us, taking the right hand over top, opening up. And slowly lowering down with control. From here, we're going to place the right foot inside of the left leg. And we're going to try to take that right arm and scoop around. And maybe your hand just rests right here, and that is absolutely fine. Otherwise, just trying to bind the hands, grabbing a hold of the hands, and gazing forwards. And just taking slow and steady breaths here. Another variation, if you can't bind and that feels uncomfortable with just reaching around, you can also just grab onto the leg and hold it here. So listen to your body, what it's telling you. And we're going to come out of that. We're going to take the right foot to the outside of the left leg. And from here, you're going to place the right hand behind us. You can either pull in the leg, or we're going to take the elbow and place it on the outside of the leg. Roll the shoulder back and gaze over the right shoulder. Let go of any tension in the belly. And then slowly coming back to center here. Taking that leg long, maybe shaking out the legs a little bit. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, leaning forwards. Slow and steady breath here. Once again, lengthening. And slowly walking the hands up. We're going to go through that same thing on the other side. So taking the left foot inside of the right leg, we're going to turn our chest towards the bent knee, take the hands up towards the sky, like ballerina arms. Exhale, drop the right hand inside the right leg, left hand up. Taking a full breath here, maybe staying here, maybe starting to reach towards the toes. And we're going to slow and steadily come up from that. Taking the hands up towards the sky, facing forwards. Inhale. Exhale, dropping down. Keeping the face in the inside of that right leg. Lengthening, stretching. We're going to slowly walk our hands back up. Placing that right hand behind us. Left hand over top. Opening up and lowering down with control. We're going to place that left foot inside of the right leg. We're going to take that left hand, and once again, maybe today you're just going to grab onto the knee. Maybe you're able to start to reach around like this, or maybe you're able to start to bind the hands. Once again, keep the gaze forwards. Slow and steady breathing. We're going to unbind the hands, so wherever you are, placing that left foot on the outside of the right leg, taking that left hand behind us. And once again, maybe just pulling that leg in, maybe taking that right elbow to the outside of the leg, twisting. So you're straightening, then twisting, and then gazing back. Letting go of any extra tension in the belly here. And slowly coming back forwards. We're going to place the feet together for one last forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dropping down. And just noticing if you notice any more space that you've created throughout this process. And then slow and steady, we're going to walk the hands up. Taking the hands forwards, you're flexing the feet as we slowly lower down onto our spine. Taking a moment just to take up space here. We're going to take the right knee into the right armpit. Taking the left hand, we're going to guide that right knee over to the left side of our body. Take the right hand to the right and gaze towards the right hand. Letting go of any extra tension in the belly. And once you're in this shape, just allow your body to be in this space. Taking full breaths. Allowing yourself to sink down a little bit deeper. Slowly coming back to center. We're going to bring both knees to the chest. And give ourselves that little massage. Maybe rocking a little bit from side to side. We're going to straighten out that right leg, drop it down, pull that left knee in towards the left armpit. Taking slow and steady inhales here. We're going to take the right hand, guiding that left knee over to the right side. Take the left hand long, gaze towards that left palm. Letting go of any extra tension in the belly and just allow yourself to be in this shape. Letting go of any unnecessary tension you might be holding on to. We're going to slowly come up to center. Once again, bringing both knees into chest, rocking a little bit from side to side, feeling that energy, feeling that self-love. From here, we're going to drop the feet down. Dropping the hands beside us, and we're going to inhale, reach the hips up, possibly interlace the fingers beneath, push the hips up a little bit further. Breathing here. Then slowly lowering down with control. We're going to reach the right hand to the outside of the left, or right hand outside the right foot, and reach through and grab the outside of the left foot with the left hand, pulling the knees into the armpits. Breathing here. Maybe rocking a little bit from side to side if you feel you need that this morning, this day. And then slow and steadily dropping those feet down on the knees to just rest against each other, maybe placing one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. Take a moment to feel your breath and feel your heartbeat. Allowing your knees just to hold one another up. Noticing how it feels to be held. Taking one more full breath here. And then slowly letting the feet go out long, letting the feet fall out to the side, and maybe lifting the chest up to tuck the shoulders under, let the arms go long, with the palms facing up in a receiving manner towards the sky. Taking a couple full breaths where the belly rises on the inhale and sinks down on the exhale. I'm going to lead you guys through a little body scan. So starting at the top of the head, I'm just releasing any tension that might be in the scalp and the forehead, and all the way down to your eyebrows. Noticing yourself letting go of any extra tension that might be there. Closing your eyes and softening your gaze behind your eyelids. Scanning down through your face to your jaw. Just allowing your jaw to release if there's any tension there. Scanning down through our neck and throat, releasing any tension in those areas. Just allow yourself to soften. Coming down to the collarbones. Allow your collarbones just to shine up towards the sky. Bringing your focus to your shoulders. Allowing your shoulders to just relax and be present here. Coming down to the elbows, just allow your elbows to sink down. Let them to be here. Coming down to the hands, just allow your fingers to naturally do what feels good to them right now. Slowly coming back up to our heart. Allowing your heart to be open to whatever degree you feel is comfortable for you right now. If you feel you can make a little extra space in your heart, allow that space for openness. Coming down through our belly and back body, just releasing any tension there. Allow yourself to be present. Coming down through the upper legs, down to our knees. Allow your knees to be still. Allow the body to be still. Coming down to the calves and shins. Allowing any tension there just to let go and let them be heavy and just be. Coming down to our ankles and out throughout the bottoms of our feet to the tips of our toes. Just allow ourselves to be here now. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. And if any thoughts come into your head during this time, just looking at them like a leaf floating down a stream. You see it, you acknowledge it, but I encourage you to allow it to just keep floating on. It has no power over you here. Breathing in space and exhaling any negative energy that might just still be lingering within us. Absorbing the practice that you've just taken your time to devote to yourself. When you're ready, maybe getting a little bit of movement in the fingers and toes. Maybe rocking the head a little bit from side to side. And then when you're ready, rolling over to one of your sides with control. If you'd rather, you can stay on your back and listen to your body. If you feel safe rolling over to the side. Just breathing in this space, noticing any sounds around you and how your mat feels beneath you. We're going to slowly come up into a seated position, whether that's cross-legged, half lotus, or full lotus. Listening to your body here, whenever it feels right to you. And just take a moment to roll the shoulders back, straighten the spine, and close your eyes once again. Taking a couple full deep breaths, maybe rolling the shoulders back a couple times. I encourage you guys to keep your eyes closed. And I'm going to do a little reading, just a couple words of wisdom to take with you during your day and just think about. This poem is called Love Yourself Enough by Cleo Wade. Love yourself enough to walk into only the rooms and situations that show care and love for you. Love yourself enough to walk out of the rooms that harm you in any way. Love yourself enough to hold the people who harm you accountable for their words and actions. Love yourself enough to express your wants, your needs, and your desires. Love yourself enough to tell the truth. Love yourself enough to keep yourself safe. Love yourself enough to say enough is enough when enough has become enough. A love like this moves mountains. And that's from the book Heart Talk by Cleo Wade. Taking a moment just to breathe that in. And maybe reflect back on your intentions at the beginning of class, what you're working towards. And maybe just saying, once again, a couple kind words to yourself because you showed up today and took care of yourself. Taking the hands to prayer at Heart Center. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me today for some yoga. And I hope that this good yoga energy goes throughout your day. I encourage you guys to comment and let me know what you thought of this practice. And I'm new to this, so if you have any words of wisdom to help me grow, I would definitely appreciate that. You guys have a lovely day. See ya.